CRL, you know, I said, Tristan, are you going to hit some clang bangers? And he said, I'm going to hit some clang bangers with help from the world. So everyone give Tristan your energy. He's going to need it if he wants to take down a team like NRG. Yes, NRG looked a little bit shaky in what I would say was a collapse versus NRG, but eUnited not one to take lightly.
Well, we'll see how things go. Tristan, one of the first and definitely the strongest prospects we've seen move up from the CRL into the RLCS. And now here's Garrett G trying to stop him. This is one of the strongest exhibitions we're going to see for this player on one of the biggest stages, going up against the defending world champs. One to Mike, out to Ajax, back to one to Mike, flips into it, nice pre-flip shot, and Justin will get the block. Now Justin with an extension over the top of one and into enemy corners. Tristan hanging back on defense will turn on this and pick it up.
One to Mike. I mean, when you come out here and your first shot on target is a pre-flip tip over the head of someone challenging you, that's a good start for eUnited. Nice couple of bumps, and Tristan will open the door, but Ajax can't get it under the crossbar. Justin was toast.
Tristan versus Squishy. One to Mike out. Off the wall, here's Ajax. It's a soft touch off the ceiling. Nobody challenged it, so it bounces back down cleanly, and then back in front of the box. Tristan will push it to the corner. Ajax off of one. And as the balls, most of eUnited's touches right now are going vertically. Seems like they're bouncing the ball off the ceiling and then bouncing it off the ground, not really moving the ball too much down the field, and we're not having to see NRG in their own half make too many defensive stops. They just have to sit there and just watch the ball and wait for it to stop bouncing before they can take control and push it back into the blue.
Well, you can see Tristan there. He might agree with you, trying to bring the ball down on a dribble, and long clear from Garrett G. Ajax can get up to it and off the bar. Oh, so close.
One to Mike, trying to get it through Justin. It's back into the box again, and Tristan with an excellent clear. Stopped by Squishy, the midfield line, but Tristan up to counter it. Gets it through Garrett G, and now Justin going to be picking up his boost and need to quickly turn on this one to buy some time for Squishy and net. The two players tag team it out of the goal. Now Squishy on the breakaway. Back into the corner once more, looking for Tristan in goal and on the backboard. Ajax doesn't make contact. Squishy still sort of on Tristan's back wheels. And we'll see Ajax get a nice clear. Garrett G out of his corner, over the top of one. Up against Tristan, bounces between the two players, and Squishy with the open net will score the first goal.
Yeah, this all goes back to actually Garrett G being able to beat that defender right there. There was a demo on the goal line, which means Tristan was going to be the third man because Justin was just taken out by the other player from eUnited. So if Tristan doesn't win that ensuing challenge, they're toast. Skipped out sideways, and Squishy uncontested. It's not going to miss that.
Justin with a nice clean kickoff. eUnited picks it up in their own half after a lack of counter pressure. One to Mike. Out of his corner, slow play up against Garrett. Pinches it with him. Squishy will pick up control in the corner. Challenged by Ajax, goes to the midfield, and one to Mike now to the edge. Justin off the wall, back into the midfield for Squishy, who gets it back to Justin, looks for the shot. Two defenders, they'll get the save. Justin quickly to turn it back around, see if he can set up something for Garrett G. Gets it off the wall, Garrett G sends a shot on target and blocked again by Tristan. Now back in once more, third attempt from Squishy Muffins, two demolitions and still no goal. Justin now to get it back away over the top of Tristan. NRG putting on so much pressure, and yet the Tristan defense stands up strong.
Oh, off the crossbar. That one just wide. Garrett G will fire one at the open goal. NRG, very good at creating chaos in front of the goal line. I mean, they had eUnited all crisscrossed up there. One to Mike was close to getting back to that one. Not enough. 2-0 lead for NRG in game one. It hasn't been too bad of a game for eUnited, to be honest. I like the approach that they have. If they're given time, they're trying to take it because they understand that possession is valuable, especially against a team like NRG. It's just the challenge game that's just been on the money for NRG, trying to take the balls away on those dribbles.
And just when I wanted to compliment the defense of eUnited, they finally let a few through here, and it's not from a lack of try, not from a lack of a clean effort. It's just, this is how strong NRG's offense is.
Yeah, I mean, Tristan's forced to just smash that ball off the side because of how he's approached by Garrett there, and Squishy just recognizing there's an opportunity, and he's got the speed to get to it. Going to go up there and see if it goes in the net.
It's Justin. Going to stop one. Tristan at the edge. Beaten by Justin and Garrett G now into the midfield. Ajax alone in the back. Bounces off the wall. Crosses the net. Justin try and follow one to Mike. Up by 3, NRG feeling confident about game number 1. Tristan's gonna try, but oh my gosh. Justin literally like just picks the ball up, says thank you very much. I'm gonna push this over here now that there's no goalie. Sorry about you, Tristan.
You know, we called Tristan CRL's Justin because of how mechanically brilliant he is. But, you know, when you go up against the guy himself, you realize just how good he is. And I think Justin's got Tristan's number. That's 2 challenges in a row where he has just dusted Tristan.
I mean, it's like you're playing a collegiate system, and then the pro system is usually made up of the few best players of the collegiate system. So you might be the best in the league, but you're just an average player here. If most collegiate systems work out. 30 seconds left, up by 4. Game definitely over here for NRG. Tristan looking strong on this eUnited roster, but gonna maybe take a little bit longer to start feeling at home in the RLCS.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I don't think Tristan actually looks too far out of place, really. I mean, he's got the pace. He's not really doing anything wrong. It's just, oh, he went for a big pre-jump there, hoping Ajax was going to bomb it at him. But yeah, I think Tristan has actually worked out a little bit better than a lot of people, including myself, would have hoped. I thought Hoxer was just an absolute monster on that eUnited roster, but to be honest, Tristan really has fitted quite nicely. I mean, like we said, he's not being outpaced, he's not consistently losing challenges or anything like that. It's just, you know, does his team win the game? And right now, it's been a bit of a struggle for him, but they are on the rebound, I think.
United here, I think Tristan is a great pickup, and I'm excited to watch him continue to become more and more comfortable and more solidified here as he adjusts to the pace of play. It's different when you are the best with the big fish in a small pond, and then coming up to the big pond and realizing that every other fish is as big as I am. There's a little bit of an adjustment period there, and I think Tristan might still be in that. But even in this game number 1 here, led the team. I think that all of United here just a little bit beaten, like you talked about the 1v1 game, the challenge game from NRG, just so strong. And when every time you're going up against a player, you know you're going to lose, like there's very little you can do. So
it's very irritating when you know you're going to lose. But no, you got to give a lot of credit to NRG. They really didn't try and do too much there. Really did a nice job shutting down a lot of those attempts from eUnited to bring the ball down. That's usually my preferred method. It's like, look, we're getting beat, try and bring the ball down, trap it, force challenges, and NRG are still winning that. That's tough. And there's, combined with the demos, I mean, what are you going to do?
You're going to sit there and pray, I guess. Tristan's going to try and get this one. I mean, the clear is honestly, he wants it to go up, not directly out. It functioned as a pass, not the best of touches. But also, what do you do off of kickoff there? Just make the touch you can.
Exactly. I mean, there's a very, very small window of time right there where you get that perfect power shot off the backboard, and that difficulty on that clear was increased by the fact that it was right next to the ramp. So it's a little bit tougher to time it, and he was just a little bit late.
Justin now. Tristan takes it off of him. Squishy. Try and gain control of this one. Gives it to Garrett G in a creative fashion, and demolitions all over the place. The rest of United not on the field, leaves the open net wide open.
You know, if there's one thing NRG has, it is absolutely quick reactions. Justin takes off ball cam to demo someone, turns it back on while he's landing, and as he turns it back on, the ball punches right out to him. And so he hits the ground and flips and scores.
It kind of makes me angry, like just knowing I'm never going to be able to do that. And just how good Justin is at this video game. And just at reactions in general like that. I mean, he's an absolute monster. As they're looking to try and take this series to match point. Already up by 2 in game number 1. Justin's reaching for this one. They're looking for the 3rd goal here. A nice clear, a much needed clear from United, and it might actually be in. No, bounces off the post. And now Wonder Mike with a follow-up shot, and Squishy covers it up on what was already wide. A 3rd shot from Ajax will be completely off the mark. And now lofted in front, he'll reach for it. Gets it to the backboard. As there's the follow-up from Wonder Mike. He passes to Tristan, who is rotating back onto defense. Yeah. Now Justin to turn with lots of space, just cranks it into the blue. Wonder Mike will look for a clear.
Yeah, Tristan, I mean, you can make whatever argument, should he have been there, should he hadn't, but the reality is he had 12 boost and he saw both of his teammates in the air and decided to take the safer option and leave and grab the 100 boost on his half. It's tough to say if he should stay and try and pick up the mini pads and continue the play or not, but at the end of the day, United, you feel like they probably could have scored there, just the execution not coming through.
No, the playbook says low boost, 2 players in the air, you fall back. So sticking to the textbook option, I think, is fine there for Tristan. You do hurt as an eUnited fan watching, knowing that was a beautiful opportunity. Double commit on defense, actually finds a brilliant clear here, and Squishy will have to pick this one up by himself in his own half. Getting challenged now by Tristan in the corner. Squishy will recover and adjust. NRG off the wall. Still beats Wondermike, who had more time to read. Justin with a miss there. Tristan got into the corner, and Justin with a second miss. Wondermike sends the shot, and Squishy's got to react to it. Just barely gets there in time. Ajax now to try and push it away. Over to Wondermike.
Oh, they're not done.
They're trying
they let
to
him out.
And Tristan will clear it off to the corner. Tristan has been playing very, very safe positioning-wise this game.
Well, he just tried to go for a demo on Squishy, and it would have been eUnited's first goal. Squishy's got nerves of steel, though.
Lofted Ayers, Tristan pass in field, Wondermike to the corner. He'll look for his own touch. Ball takes the bounce. And now Squishy to Garrett G, extension onto the backboard. Wondermike reaches it, pushes it back to midfield. Justin's there, quick turn from Garrett G. Justin and him both in the corner. Garrett G will be the one to touch it. Squishy crashing in through one. Up against Wondermike and Ajax. Justin will find a goal as both defenders miss. 3-0 NRG.
Yeah, this was going to be a tough one. Tristan didn't have a lot of boost, was trying to go for that wave dash land off the wall. Again, very tight timing required on that execution. Just didn't quite nail it. Dripped out into the middle. Ajax and Wondermike tied up on the backboard, can't make the second clear, and another open goal for NRG.
Ajax up after the kickoff. Justin, he's crazy.
Oh, nice demo.
What a demo, and Garrett G with us. Dave Wondermike gets bumped on the follow-up, and now Justin versus Tristan back down the field. Who wins this one? No, Justin doesn't actually take the shot. Tristan covers up the goal well. He'll emerge with the victory on that challenge. Now Squishy off the ceiling to the edge. Underneath 2, Justin stretches for it, but the ball will outdistance the player. Here comes Garrett G onto the backboard. Justin up for it. Garrett G was the immediate threat, but the shot from Justin was wide. Squishy, so fast this NRG is playing right now, and still keeping their net completely clean. Savior medal for Garrett G with a minute left.
Oh my gosh. How did Garrett G not get demoed there? Wondermike was absolutely headhunting. There's a demo from Justin, and look at NRG. They're literally playing keep away. They haven't let eUnited touch the ball in the last 20 seconds. Finally, okay.
They've also been playing like free-for-all deathmatch. Just driving around with the demo derby. 2 players taking the shot. Wondermike trying to put anything in at this point. Here comes a follow from Tristan on target. Blocked by 1. Follow-up airborne for Ajax. Got enough boost to get the flip reset. Sends it on target. And Garrett G somehow reads the flip reset off of a backboard. And will stay completely clean in their net. Right now, the perfect shutout going for NRG. 8 seconds left. Can Wondermike put one in? Open backfield. Here's the opportunity to break it up. Looks for the double tap. Tries to go creative, and Ajax will take it with 1 second left. They'll take away the perfect game.
Well, the only reason they get this is because Garrett G went for the pre-jump of all pre-jumps on Squishy's approach to the eUnited net. So Garrett G is probably having a good giggle with his team about, yeah, I know, sorry. But they don't really care. They knew they were going to win that game, so they went for glory.
It kind of makes me wonder if we would have more perfect shutouts in RLCS, man. They had 1 second. They're like, just by the way, don't think you have a chance here. We were goofing off in that last second as they find another goal. But I feel like we would have more perfect shutouts in RLCS if the players actually cared about getting a perfect shutout, you know? Like,
if they really tried, yeah.
If they tried, I feel like NRG could probably pull it off more times than I think it's only happened twice, and I don't think NRG has been the team either time. So we go into,
maybe.
I think Vitality did it once, and then, no, so NRG did actually against Denial, I believe, back in Season 3. I think they were the first one.
Either way, point is, it's a rarity.
It is. It has happened 2 times, and only in best of 5s, never in a best of 7. United, backs against the wall. They've gotten 1 goal in 10 minutes. They've got 15 left to try and hold on. They've got to win all 15 of those if they want to qualify in this match. NRG right now looking poised to go through 3-0.
Yeah, NRG are playing bananas right now. I mean, the amount of times that you saw an NRG player just forget about a play and just turn and demo the first eUnited player they saw was a ludicrous amount in that previous game. And I mean, it feels a little bit like they're driving circles around him.
This series so far has been a mild obliteration. We'll see if eUnited can bring it back here. This is where it begins, where it has to begin. Squishy with the boost steal. He'll quickly turn on this. The half rotation keeps the ball in the blue. And now following after this to somehow beat Wondermike to that ball. Now Tristan finally gets the ball into the orange. Justin and Garrett G to try and get out. Tristan to the edge. The pass to the midfield, Wondermike closing on it. United, first shot on goal, completely blocked. Follow-up from Squishy, just barely off target. Ajax keep the ball away from Justin, and it'll be Garrett G to pick up control. Stolen by Wondermike.
And NRG, the thing about it that is having them beat eUnited so definitively right now is they are reading the game so well. How do you make that? And look at this. Ajax is like, what in the world is happening? Who goes for that is what he's thinking.
You ever see a team forfeit when there's like no goals on the board? Because I feel like United might think about it. Like, that was insane from Justin. They had him dead to rights. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna actually style on you right now. Tristan gets a reverse Goomba stomp. Justin not gonna be able to push it through. Wondermike, now Garrett G through the air. They have done a good job holding off NRG so far in this game. That is the one thing they can hang their hat on so far. They've got to get it out and start finding some productivity on offense, because right now, an NRG goal is inevitable. It's a matter of how you counter them on your opportunities on offense.
Well, right now, eUnited doing a nice job. And again, they're sticking to that game plan. Try and bring the ball down, see if you win the challenge. And Squishy just takes it away from Wonder, lets Justin clean it up, and now you'll see how NRG breaks out. Ajax stalls it. Wondermike looking for Tristan, but Tristan going a little too fast, and eUnited going to have to bail. That's a great demo to keep eUnited with a chance, and Squishy with a little return bump makes it tough, and Tristan gets creative, makes him dance. Garrett G makes the block, but the follow-up finally cracks NRG.
Well done, Tristan. Excellent setup. Wondermike's got the whole net to shoot at. It looks like Squishy also bit, and that was what you needed if you're United here. You've got to get in the lead here. Break up the momentum NRG has been building. The first of a long journey back into this series. A bump onto one defender to make things difficult. This one dropping scary. Squishy pinches it up between the goal and himself to stall it out. Garrett G soft shot. Wondermike makes 2 saves. Justin up against it. Ajax gets it through. Squishy on the rotation back. Will try to take control back for NRG here. He's up against 2 defenders. Here comes Garrett G. Upper 90. Wondermike makes another save. Save your medal for Wondermike.
You know, the funny thing about both of those shots from Garrett G is I don't think he actually thinks those balls are going to be scoring. He's literally just shooting them on target to force a touch and then trying to steal boost.
Absolutely. I mean, it is absolutely the best thing you can do against the defenders. Force them to make a save. If you put it off target, they can choose how they want to pass it, how they want to clear it, where they want to develop the field positioning for their team. If you shoot it on target, they have to save it. And if they can try to turn it into a save clear, a save pass, that's great. But at this pace of play, just getting the saves good enough right now.
Oh, off the wall.
Gets 2 setups. Squishy sends it to the other side. The pressure's enough. That's a tie game.
And again, big brain Garrett G here. Fake one, delay the challenge, smash it off the wall, get 2 players to dive on the goal line. Easy peasy. Tie it up.
1:42 on the clock. NRG have been held back the most here in Game 3 after 2 games of utter domination. Now onto the backboard once more. Can United create another goal? The pass across, Garrett G to the corner. He's following this one. He's already lost the ball to Wondermike. Tristan's going to extend it to midfield to Ajax. Team play just to get the ball to midfield. Can they create another one here on offense to get it in the goal? No, Ajax going to be removed. Now Squishy up against Tristan. Challenge goes neutral. Garrett G will just push it to midfield. Wondermike's got to punt it high.
NRG a little bit disjointed here. This is eUnited's chance to get in their face. Justin gets a quick flip reset to beat one guy. But that's all they needed, because now it's back on the blue half, and we're playing ping pong.
To the outside. Tristan looking for the lead. Squishy out to Garrett G. Baits up one to Mike, and now Ajax in the backfield. Punts it long. Justin will send it to an empty corner. 44 seconds left, and there's a possibility of us going to overtime, which could really shake things up and give eUnited that golden goal opportunity. Tristan up against Garrett G.
Oh.
Now through the air, another miss. Garrett G with the fakes has been getting them to bite over and over again, but the second player has always stood strong. Hasn't turned into a goal just yet. Less than 30 seconds. Squishy across the field.
Last chance might belong to eUnited here. NRG really spread out towards the net, and yes, of course, he's there.
Justin was in position well before the shot happened. 10 seconds. Garrett G on a miss. Garrett G, that one doesn't really function as a fake. Justin will send it to the corners. Squishy gets demolished. Garrett G gets demolished, excuse me. Now Squishy up for this. Pass two. Tries to carry it. Time expired. Ball going to hit the ground. No, Justin actually gets it in the air before he gets demolished. Now Tristan looking to end it the other way. Off the ceiling. He could possibly do it. No, the ball falls too rapidly. We'll go to overtime in game 3. 1 goal NRG needs to qualify for the playoffs.
All right, see if they put them down. eUnited have been able to keep it there, tied up, but they need to find one more to try and play another 5 minutes against these guys. It's going to be tough, but they've done a nice job so far here in game 3.
Squishy to the edge. Garrett G's there. Follows it high, gets the pass across. Justin's up, sends it home. Tristan gets the save. So many saves needed for eUnited in this game. Tristan tries to play it back around. Ajax up for it, gets the deflection, gets a second touch. No, misses. Tristan will stall it though. Rest of eUnited gonna have time to rotate back onto their half and then double commit on the midfield line. Lucky for them, it pops so high, NRG's not able to do anything with it. And Justin has just been insane this series, not missing a single touch, every single one of them involving the position. There's a 1v3, and yet they give the ball to the respawn. They do not take advantage of it. Now Tristan looking for the counterattack on the other side. Garrett G passed one to Mike there, but Garrett G gets it over his head, and Squishy won't make a touch now. Ajax trying to set up either one to Mike or Tristan.
Big mistouch there from Justin. Now NRG having to work out of their own half again, missing the touch as well on the offensive transition. So ball's going to stick here at the midfield, and it looks like eUnited's the one to come down with it.
Ajax looking to do it by himself up against two. Finds a bump onto Justin. Garrett G stalls out the play. Tristan up for it, gets the block on Justin. Squishy keeps it in his corner, but they cannot find a clear ride now. There goes to midfield. Ajax passes into one to Mike and Tristan. They overlap, but the ball ends up in the NRG corner. 1:36 into overtime. One to Mike looking for the pass to Ajax. Blocked. Now back into the corner once more. Justin through two, getting chased from behind and pressured from in front. Manages to steal the midfield boost, but that's it. Now Squishy looking to do it all by himself. Bounces around the backboard of eUnited. Down to safety. Squishy picks this up slow. Pass one to Mike. To Garrett G. He's got enough boost for the double tap. A miss from Ajax will end the game. Garrett G going to help NRG sweep them out and qualify for the playoffs.
Tough play here for Ajax. That is so difficult because Garrett G caught that with a ton of pace. The ability to receive that pass from Squishy and just square that up towards the backboard. He was with the play, and then just like that, he was behind the play, and it got that much more difficult because he knew he needed to make a touch because Garrett G does not miss things like that. And indeed, it led to the end of the series.
It certainly did, and that will end things here for round 4. 2 more teams now qualified for the playoffs. We see the Envy and this says Rogue as well, also going to be qualifying there. So a few other teams, looks like maybe one of the other series still going on. But NRG going to be joining Rogue and Envy here in round 4, going through the playoffs. We've got a few more teams left to be decided. But man, NRG, it's one of those, like, was eUnited just outclassed, or was NRG literally on another level in this series? I think we'll find out tomorrow.
I would say both. I would say eUnited was a little bit outclassed, and NRG was playing absolutely bonkers. So, so what were you gonna do?
Yeah, man, my goodness, that was what is this, 10 saves from eUnited, and that's crazy too because it's a savior medal for every single player, 3, 3, and 4. We saw this very well spread out across the team, everybody playing well on defense, but still not quite enough. That's how you know NRG was very strong. Folks, that's the end of round 4. We've got one more round of matches set to go before we are done for the day. We'll come back with some more RLCS action after this.